Nikki.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the circus tonight.
Good evening, Nikki B. That was good. I like that. I was out buying I was buying some popcorn and some peanuts while that was playing.
Did you buy circus peanuts, Diamond Lou?
Ah, yes, I did. Circus peanuts.
Aren't they like that orange peanut squishy? The circus peanuts?
Yeah, the marshmallow thing. Yeah, I don't need them. My granddaughter likes them.
Well, good evening.
Be soon. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Let's say hi to everybody.
All right.
Let's start with number one in the room tonight. In the circus tent, John Dunning. Hello.
Hi, John.
Uh-oh. I was going to stop showing that. It's creeping me out. Lisa Parker, hello. You going to help me, Diamond?
Oh, Willard Hall. Hi.
Yay. Jeff Riddle's in the house. I mean, in the tent.
Jeff,
there's
are you hiding at work? Are you? Yeah, there's the main clown right there, Jeff Riddle. Georgia Van Houten, hi.
Hey, Nix, good to see you.
Caroline Clendenning, hi.
John McLaughlin, hello.
EOT, hi.
Hey, EOT, good to see you. Kickin' Bird, good to see you.
Sharon Whitmore, good evening.
Brighter Day, hi.
Joan Harden, good evening.
Cool Gamer, good to see you.
Georgia Cracker, hi.
Let's see. Did we say hi to Georgia Van Houten yet?
We have.
Okay, Outlandish Patriot, hello, welcome.
Hi, B-Dog.
Georgia Pappas.
Linda Kirksey, hi.
Rowdy Wood, hello.
Debbie Golden, hi there.
Debbie McKenna, hello.
Kim Haggerty, hello.
Tracy Q, hi.
Yay, Tracy Q. Diane Valenzuela, good evening.
Hi, Mary Freeland.
Debbie King, hi.
Let's see, Twinkle Eyes. Hi.
Deb B, hi.
B. Mitch, hello.
Donna R, hi.
Linda Kirksey, hello.
Stacy, hi.
Joe Adams, hey. Good to see you.
Deborah Linebarger, hello.
Jeff did say he's hiding, Diamond.
He is
Yes.
hiding. Okay, yes. Okay.
Hi, Watt.
Sharon Mercier, did you say hi to Sharon?
I don't think so. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon Mercier.
Hi, Barb Richardson. Oh, geez, the clown show's really started. You know what? I got to play it again just for her.
No.
Just for my friend here that just showed up, Craig DeHunter. Gonna have to play it one more time, Diamond. Besides the fact, I'm sure there's others that would really like to see it.
Okay. Well, let's see if I have something really quick. Bobcat Philo 34, hi. Bambi S, good evening. Nikki B, are you okay? Camperman, hi.
Oh, I'm over here talking away and I'm muted.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Charlotte Martin says, got my ticket for the clown show.
Yeah.
Come one, come all. The big top is open.
Stephen Verhulst is here. Hi.
Hey, Stephen. Hey, Wanda. Good to see you. So should I just keep Joe up on the screen?
Whatever you want, Nikki.
I'll just keep him up there until he comes live.
Marla Benningfield, hi. Annette Graff is here also. Nikki.
Hey, Annette, good to see you. Barb Richardson said, I don't remember what YouTube channel it was. They showed the House Republicans reading the Constitution on the House floor today. Yep. Could it be things to come? Yes. There's a new sheriff in town.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Hi, RM Hornet. Good to see you. Liz Grizz. Hey, girl.
All right, I can mute, but I will share the video.
Okay, let me take this
of people coming in. All right.
Sure. Let me stop sharing the screen.
All right, and I will share.
I don't think you have to mute though. Just share this. Oh, you mean mute the video?
Yes, because it's gonna be it's a bunch of people walking in and there's a bunch of noise. So I'll mute it until they can you see it all right?
Yeah. Will you make it full screen?
I will. There you go.
There we go. Oh,
Yeah.
look at his face.
Doesn't he look pleased to be there with her?
You know what I got to
Or
say
him?
about her?
Whoever it
Hold
is,
on.
him or her.
This is what I think Kamala's saying to him. The cackling hen.
This is what I think he'd like to do.
That's got to be Joe. Let's see. What are you doing tonight? Are you guys all ready for this clown show? It's going to be interesting. What he's going to tell us how great he's doing and how great the economy is and how wonderful that our electric stoves work. And what do you guys think? You know what I think that Joe's going to do, Diamond? I think this is going to be Joe's reaction. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
That's what I think Joe's going to do. It's going to be the clown crap show. You're absolutely right, Bambi S. I just hope I can get through this without throwing my computer across the room. I would definitely love to see something happen tonight, but
That'd be
I'm going to
nice,
see
wouldn't it?
his poopy butt getting his diaper changed or something. First words will be, "Where's my ice cream?"
Yeah. Jill told me we were going out for ice cream. Where's the ice cream? Where am I?
How do I get off this?
Yeah. Do I know you?
Who was the congresswoman that died and he was asking for her on the floor?
Jackie something. Jackie
Feel the
I can't
burn. Look
remember.
at that. Oh.
What is he wearing a mask for?
Bernie, you silly goose. Big old dust mask. Tracy Q sent me a video today, YouTube video that some Michigan Congress people were outside of Pfizer here in Michigan and wanting answers.
Oh.
It was pretty good, Diamond.
Oh, is that what's his name? Is that Bono or what? What's his name? The musician there. And
What's
maybe
he
I'm
doing
wrong.
there?
I don't know. Is
Sure
he still
looks like
alive?
him.
Yeah.
Is he still alive? Let's see if we can get a pulse on that man.
Is Bono still alive? Does anybody know?
Hey, Dallas Stewart, good to see you.
Did you say hi to Marilyn Ponomarenko?
I sure did. And I know she's already hit that like button because she's my girl. She's always hitting the like button.
Oh, someone says that's Paul Pelosi. Okay. Oh, he's alive. Thank you, Greg. Oh, Cheshire says yes, and Ireland hates him. Woo! Yes. I never really was a big Bono fan.
No. I know you did, Marilyn. I can always count on you. We got 15 minutes to the clown show.
Do, 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 do.
This is your 15-minute warning, folks. Look at her. Ugh. She makes me want to puke. Do you think that McCarthy will rip up the State of the Union thing, or
that would
like
be
Nancy
good.
did?
That would be good.
Hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. Here's what I'll be doing while he's speaking.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. That's what I'll be doing, Diamond. For everybody just joining us, welcome to the clown show tonight.
As they show Maxine Waters. Yep. That was great timing.
Your popcorn and your peanuts. You want balloons? Camel Carl? Let's see if I can get you some balloons. Let me see. There's no balloon sounds. Welcome to the Clown Show 2023. Oh, that is Bono. What is he doing there? And who's the mobster he's sitting with?
Yeah, who? Oh, somebody said that's what they meant, Paul Pelosi. They weren't talking about Bono being Paul Pelosi. He's sitting with Paul Pelosi.
Paul Pelosi looks like a mobster from the 1930s.
He looks hammered.
He does look hammered. Bono's holding the hammer. Yes, it's hammer time. Let's see.
Stop. Hammer time.
Tell me when Paul Pelosi's up there. I'll play hammer time for him.
It's hammer time.
Oh, hey, Rod. Good to see you. Oh, is she talking? Oh, this is perfect timing.
Is Red in here? Hi, Red.
It's Hello America. Is Red.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
yep. No, that's okay. Hi, Red.
Why would Bono be there though? Why? What does he got to do with the? I don't understand.
The State
Someone
of the
explain to
Union.
me. Yeah. What is
I
it?
don't know.
Oh, is he reading the Diamond? Maybe you should turn on the sound.
Okay, let me go over here, and I will put on.
Oh, but Debbie Golden saying Bono is all Green New Deal.
Hmm.
All right, sorry, you can mute it again. I thought he was reading something.
Did you want me to mute it again?
Yeah, they're not saying anything. I thought he was reading something.
Okay. Yep.
Mute. Hey, Cupcake Girl. Good to see you. Yeah, where is Madonna and Jay-Z? They should be right up in there. Diamond, did you see anything from the Grammys the other night?
No, I did not watch any of that. Yeah. Did you?
It was so evil. It was just pure evil. It was bad.
I can't watch those anymore. They make me sick. All those
I just
people.
seen clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, Bubba Morris. Love you. Good to see you. Amy Robarge. Good to see you. Jan Gare. Welcome, everyone. We're just waiting. We're waiting for, the clown show to start. Diamond, was that a flagellant?
That was somebody having diarrhea. It was diarrhea stuff.
Is that a flagellant?
You know, when they all walk in, don't they look like they're going to the gallows? Oh, there's Mr.
I hope so.
Camel Toe right there. Mr. Camel Toe. I think that's who that is.
Are you nervous? Is your wife going down? You look nervous. He looks like he's ready to he's going to clear the building.
I hope nobody's looking at me, because I'm such a loser to be married to a woman like that.
Oh, the cackling hen.
Yes.
Let's see. If you guys are really here to listen to what he has to say tonight, you might be able to hear some of it, but I might have to interject some sound effects in with them because I can't even stand to listen to the man. Wait, was that not Eric Schwallow? It was just. Oh, who's coming? Look at her purple she's wearing.
What up, my Jamaican brother? I make coconuts. It's not funny! It's not funny!
Right. Supreme Court, right there.
Oh, yeah, there he is. There she is. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
What are you folks going to do on the 17th? You better think long and hard, or you're going to be...
Oh, where is Gorsuch?
Now. Do something.
Gorsuch wasn't there. I don't see Gorsuch at all.
He might have had the diarrhea.
He must be running late.
That's not funny.
I agree, Red. He says, "Dear Lord, let these enemies of your people expose themselves in a way this evening that will wake up those who trust the devil." Amen.
You know who's missing? That's right. Clarence Thomas. I don't see him, and I don't see Gorsuch.
Yeah, where is he? Maybe he's going to come out with the handcuffs, I hope. Oh, there she is, the cackle. There's the cackle. Let me see if I can find a laughing hyena.
Hey, thank you for clapping. I'm married to that moron. Aren't I lucky?
Aren't I lucky?
She's wearing purple, Nikki.
Oh. Let's see how much purple we see tonight.
Yeah, I'm in his cabinet. Oh, yeah. Thank you for supporting me. I need the help.
Ew. I don't like her.
Yellen?
Yeah.
Janet Yellen.
Janet Yellen needs to be yelling on down the road.
Yeah. Keep yelling. Oh, there's Merrick Garland behind the defense secretary there. There's Merrick Garland, that traitor, right there. Traitor!
Should I give him the hammer time?
There she is. Oh, they just took it off her there. There's Buttigieg there, the transportation secretary, who says, was there a balloon in there? I don't know.
Yeah, what balloon?
I don't know. I don't know about any balloon.
Purple. I know you guys are all asking me about the purple. You guys got to go over and watch Friendship Pearson on YouTube. He'll break it all down for you.
Do, 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 do. Can't touch that. Do, 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 do. Here we go. We have sound.
You got 1 minute. Two. Yeah. 1 minute, two.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president. of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
It's much better watching them like that. Oh, if Donald Trump walked out there, I would be speechless. It's not going to happen though. You know, I was thinking about that, Red, but I don't know how he's streaming on Truth. I don't see anything on here that he's streaming. He did post a picture on True Social. We're talking about Donald J. Trump, and it says, "Grab some popcorn and enjoy the show." Okay, Camel, I'm checking.
Enjoy your time laughing now, because it's not going to last much longer.
Yeah, Camel Carl, I seen that. That he posted that, but I can't find anything on True Social. I'm on here. Do you guys see any live feed going from Donald John Trump? I don't. I didn't even know Truth could live stream. It's 9:02. Only Trump's allowed to be late, not you, Biden. Bring on the clowns.
Somebody says RSBN will air DJT's thing, so let me see.
Oh, I think they're starting. Diamond, can you turn on the sound? Oh, there's Nancy. Oh, boy.
Can I what?
The sound?
The sound is on.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nancy just turned around and she just went. Nancy's going to clean the room. 5-minute alcohol withdrawal. Let me know if you see it go live, Red, and because I'm on True Social looking. I don't see anything.
I'm on RSBN, but RSBN is just showing the State of the Union. I didn't see anything about Mr. T.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Oh, Mr. President, do you have a crappy diaper?
Hey, Jill said she was taking me for ice cream. Are we there yet?
This the ice cream shop? What are all you people doing here?
Oh, there must be someone important in the building. Everybody's clapping.
Oh,
Look at
Joe's in
Jill.
purple.
She
She's in
doesn't look
purple.
happy. Look, she's not happy at all.
She's in purple.
You see how unhappy she looked?
Oh, look at that lady's face. Gee, your hair smells terrific.
Those were kids screaming.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. President, Mr. President. Oh, where is he? Where is he? He looks pleased as punch.
Mr. President, Mr. President, you're so wonderful. Adult diaper change on Joe Biden, please. Aisle 3. Find your way to the podium there, guy. Come on, big guy. Oh, there you go, smelling some more hair.
Oh, jeez.
What was he doing, taking a picture of his ear? So do you think he's going to talk coherently tonight, Diamond, or?
I think the odds are against him.
I think he's going to be a bubbling buffoon.
Hey, there's something awful fishy going on around here.
Here we go, folks. Hang on to your popcorn and peanuts. Corn Pop's a bad dude.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor to present to you the President of the United States.
Oh, Kevin, how'd you choke those words out? I don't know. Look at Millie. Millie looks like he knows he's in big trouble.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you. You can smile. It's okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Please.
I'm having a hard time hearing him. Not that I want to, but
Can you? Oh,
Mr. Speaker,
There we go.
Madam Vice President, our First Lady and Second Gentleman, good to see you guys up there. Members of Congress.
Can you hear it, Nikki?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Chief Justice, I may need a court order. She gets to go to the game tomorrow, next week. I have to stay home. Got to work something out here. Members of the Cabinet, leaders of our military, Chief Justice, Associate Justice, and retired Justice of the Supreme Court, and to you, my fellow Americans. You know, I start tonight by congratulating the 118th Congress and the new Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Speaker, I don't want to ruin your reputation, but I look forward to working with you. I want to congratulate the new leader of the House Democrats, the first African-American minority leader in history, Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something awful fishy going on
He won in spite of that
around
campaign for
here.
him. Congratulations to the longest serving leader in the history of the United States Senate, Mitch McConnell. Where are you, Mitch? And congratulations to Chuck Schumer, another, another term as Senate Minority Leader. I think you. This time you have a slightly bigger majority, Mr. Leader. You're the majority leader. About that much bigger? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I want to give special recognition to someone who I think is going to be considered the greatest speaker in the history of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi. Folks, the story of America is a story of progress and resilience, of always moving forward, of never, ever giving up. It's a story unique among all nations. We're the only country that has emerged from every crisis we've ever entered stronger than we got into it. Look, folks, that's what we're doing again. 2 years ago, the economy was reeling. I stand here tonight after we've created, with the help of many people in this room, 12 million new jobs, more jobs created in 2 years than any president created in 4 years because of you. 2 years ago, and 2 years ago, COVID had shut down, our businesses were closed, our schools were robbed of so much, and today, COVID no longer controls our lives. And 2 years ago, democracy faced its greatest threats in the Civil War. And today, though bruised, our democracy remains unbowed and unbroken.
He reveals that he's being a liar. Charlon Whitestone is sending you a message. He reveals that he's being a lying liar who lies about a lying spaceship.
We're writing the next chapter in the great American story, a story of progress and resilience.
Tell you about his lies and then lie to you some more.
Asked me to define America, and they do, believe it or not. I can define it in
All
one
right.
word, and I mean this: possibilities. We don't think anything is beyond our capacity. Everything is a possibility. You know, we're often told that Democrats and Republicans can't work together. But over the past 2 years, we've proved the cynics and naysayers wrong. Yes, we disagreed plenty. And yes, there were times when Democrats went alone. But time and again, Democrats and Republicans came together to defend a stronger and safer Europe. It came together to pass once in a generation infrastructure law, building bridges connecting our nation and our people. We came together to pass the most significant law ever, helping victims exposed to toxic burn pits. And in fact, I signed over 300 bipartisan pieces of legislation since becoming president, from reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act, the Electoral Count Reform Act, the Respect for Marriage Act that protects the right to marry the person you love. And to my Republican friends, if we could work together the last Congress, there's no reason we can't work together and find consensus on important things in this Congress as well. I think folks, you all are as formed as I am, but I think the people sent us a clear message. Fighting for the sake of fighting, power for the sake of power, conflict for the sake of conflict gets us nowhere. That's always been my vision of our country, and I know it's many of yours. To restore the soul of this nation, to rebuild the backbone of America, America's middle class, and to unite the country. We've been sent here to finish the job, in my view. For decades, the middle class has been hollowed out in more than, and not one administration, but for a long time. Too many good-paying manufacturing jobs move overseas. Factories closed down. Once thriving cities and towns that many of you represent became shadows of what they used to be. Along the way, something else we lost: pride, our sense of self-worth. I ran for president to fundamentally change things, to make sure our economy works for everyone, so we can all feel that pride in what we do. To build an economy from the bottom up and the middle out, not from the top down. Because when the middle class does well, the poor have a ladder up, and the wealthy still do very well. We all do well. I know a lot of you always kid me for always quoting my dad, but my dad used to say, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. Does he really would say this? It's about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. Well, folks, so let's look at the results. We're not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, but unemployment rate is at 3.4%, a 50-year low. Near record unemployment. Near record unemployment for Black and Hispanic workers. We've already created, your help, 800,000 good-paying manufacturing jobs, the fastest growth in 40 years. And where is it written? Where is it written that America can't lead the world in manufacturing? I don't know where that's written. For too many decades, we imported projects and exported jobs. Now, thanks to what you've all done, we're exporting American products and creating American jobs. Folks, Inflation has been a global problem because the pandemic disrupted our supply chains, and Putin's unfair and brutal war in Ukraine disrupted energy supplies as well as food supplies, blocking all that grain in Ukraine. But we're better positioned than any country on earth right now. But we have more to do. But here at home, inflation is coming down. Here at home, gas prices are down $1.50 from their peak. Food inflation is coming down, not fast enough, but coming down. Inflation has fallen every month for the last 6 months, while take-home pay has gone up. Additionally, over the last 2 years, a record 10 million Americans applied to start new businesses. 10 million. And by the way, every time someone starts a small business is an act of hope. And Madam Vice President, I want to thank you for leading that effort to ensure that small businesses have access to capital and the historic laws we enacted that are going to just come into being. Standing here last year, I shared with you a story of American genius and possibilities. Semiconductors, Small computer chips the size of a fingerprint that power everything from cell phones to automobiles and so much more. These chips were invented in America. Let's get that straight. They were invented in America. We used to make 40% of the world's chips. In the last several decades, we lost our edge. We're down to only producing 10%. We all saw what happened during the pandemic when chip factories shut down overseas. Today's automobiles need 3,000 chips, each of those automobiles. But American automobiles couldn't make enough cars because there weren't enough chips. Car prices went up, people got laid off. So did everything from refrigerators to cell phones. We can never let that happen again. That's why we came together to pass the Bipartisan Chips and Science Act. I know I've been criticized for saying this, but I'm not changing my view. We're going to make sure the supply chain for America begins in America. The supply chain begins in America. We've already created. We've already created 800,000 new manufacturing jobs without this law, before the law kicks in. With this new law, we're going to create hundreds of thousands of new jobs across the country. I mean all across the country, throughout not just the coast, but through the middle of the country as well. That's going to come from companies that have announced more than $300 billion in investment in American manufacturing over the next few years. Outside of Columbus, Ohio, Intel is building semiconductor factories on 1,000 acres, literally a field of dreams. It's going to create 10,000 jobs, that one investment. 7,000 construction jobs, 3,000 jobs in those factories once they're finished. They call them factories. Jobs paying an average of $130,000 a year, and many do not require a college degree. The jobs. Because we work together, these people don't have to leave home to search for opportunity. It's just getting started. Think about the new homes, the small businesses, the medium-sized businesses. So much more that's going to be needed
Funny Clown.
to support those 3,000 permanent jobs and the factories that are going to be
I
built.
don't like being lied to by my friends.
Governors, Democrats and Republicans, and they'll tell you what this means for their communities. We're seeing these field of dreams transform to the heartland. To maintain the strongest economy in the world, we need the best infrastructure in the world. And folks, as you all know,
Lies!
infrastructure. We've sunk to 13th in the world. The United States of America, 13th in the world in infrastructure, modern infrastructure.
13th!
Back because we came together and passed the
You're
bipartisan
bad dude, Biden.
the largest investment in infrastructure since President Eisenhower's interstate highway system. And folks, already we've funded over 20,000 projects, including major airports from Boston to Atlanta to Portland. Projects that are going to put thousands of people to work rebuilding our highways, our bridges, our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America. Urban, rural, tribal. And folks, we're just getting
Sammy, do you want to
started.
pull up our
We're
SBN and see
just
what comes
getting
through?
started.
I did. RSPN, the only thing they're
And I mean
playing
it
the
sincerely.
State of the Union, but
I want to thank my Republican friends who voted for the law and my Republican friends who voted against it as well. But I still get asked to fund the project in those districts as well. But don't worry. I promised I'd be a president for all Americans.
yeah, it's
We'll
just
fund these
Biden.
projects. And I'll see you at the groundbreaking. Look,
I can't take much more.
I know.
It's
Don't egg him on,
Further unite
please.
all of America. Projects like Brent Spence Bridge in Kentucky over the Ohio River, built 60 years ago, badly needed repairs. One of the nation's most congested freight routes, carrying $2 billion worth of freight every single day across the Ohio River.
Landis,
folks,
where are you seeing
We're
Trump?
talking about fixing for decades, but we're really finally going to get it done. I went there last month with Democrats and Republicans, and from both states, to deliver a commitment of $1.6
Yeah, I'd rather
billion
listen to
for this
him.
project.
I can't
While I
take
was
this
there,
guy.
I met a young woman named Sarah, who's here tonight. I don't know where
On
Sarah
Truth
is. Is she up in
Social,
the
she
box?
said.
I don't know. Sarah, how are you?
Oh, let me look.
Sarah, for 30 years,
Why don't I see this?
for 30 years, I learned, she told me she'd been a proud member of the Iron Workers Local 44, known as the Cowboys in the Sky.
Oh, he's just posting.
Built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her. Pride. And that's what we're also building. We're building back Pride.
Jump off that bridge, Pride.
We're replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10 million homes in America. 400,000 school and child care centers. So every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain. Look.
Fix the water in the DC gulag, too.
Yeah, while you're at it.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're drinking brown water, you
That every community,
moron.
every community in America has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive by McDonald's parking lot to help them do their homework online with their kids, which many thousands were doing across the country. And when we do these projects, and again, I get criticized for this, but I make no excuses for it. We're going to buy America. We're going to buy America.
Oh,
Gonna buy Americans.
And it's totally consistent with international trade rules. Buy America has been the law since 1933, but for too long, past administrations, Democrat and Republican, have not anymore. Tonight, I'm announcing new standards that require all construction materials used in federal infrastructure projects to be made in America.
Is that federal in America?
Made in America. I mean it.
you don't mean.
He means it.
Lumber, glass, drywall, fiber optic cable. And on my watch, American roads, bridges, American highways are going to be made with American products as well. Folks,
Lion sack of
our
food.
economic plan is about
Yeah.
investing in places and people that have been forgotten. So many of you listening to me tonight,
All of
I
us.
know so many of you felt like you've just simply been forgotten. Amid the economic upheaval of the past 4 decades, too many
What?
people
Speak
have been
English.
left behind and treated like they're invisible. Maybe that's you watching from home. Remember the jobs that went away. You remember them, don't you? The folks at home remember them. You wonder whether the path even exists anymore for your children to get ahead
Joe.
without having to move away.
How about the price of
Well,
gas,
that's
Joe?
why I
The
get
price
that.
of food, Joe.
That's why
Let's talk
we're
about
building
that.
an economy where no
Moron.
one's left behind. Jobs are coming back. Pride is coming back. Because
Pride, oh,
choices
yeah.
were made in the last several years. You know,
Right in the streets with
this
your
is,
freaks.
in my view, a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America and make a real difference in your lives at home. For example, too
That's a
many
lot
of
of
you
viewers playing this moron.
lay in bed at night like my dad did, staring at the ceiling, wondering what in God's names happens if your spouse gets cancer or your child gets deadly ill.
Oh, Fetterman.
Oh,
or something
Lord.
You.
Well,
What are
wow.
you going to get money to pay for those medical
There's
bills?
good old shit is
You're going to
paying.
have to sell the house. or get a second mortgage. I get it.
I bet he
I get
can
it.
fly with those ears.
The Inflation Reduction Act that I
Got
signed
hot
into
dogs
law,
on the back of his neck.
we're taking on powerful interests to bring healthcare costs down so you can sleep better at night with more security. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs than any nation in the world. We say it again. We pay more for prescription drugs than any major nation on earth.
Nobody trusts your
For example,
prescription drugs anymore.
1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Many of you in this chamber do, and in the audience. But every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes so they can literally stay alive. Insulin's been around for over 100 years. The guy who invented it didn't even patent it because he wanted it to be available for everyone. It cost the drug companies roughly $10 a vial to make that insulin. Packaging and all, you may get up to $13. But Big Pharma has been unfairly charging people hundreds of dollars,
on
$400 to
diabetes
$500 a
medication,
month,
loser.
making record profits. Not anymore.
Oh, aren't you a bad dude?
Why would you lie? Why is wrong? Why is
So many things that we did are only now coming to fruition. We said we were doing this, and we said we passed the law to do it, but people didn't know because the law didn't take effect until January 1 of this year.
He's trying to act like
We
Mr.
capped the
T.
cost
You're
of
absolutely
insulin
right.
at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare. People are just finding out. I'm sure you're getting the same calls I'm getting. Look, there are millions of other Americans
You don't even know how to
who
answer
do
the
not, are
phone,
not on
you idiot.
Medicare, including 200,000 young people
He
with
picks
type
up
1
his shoe
diabetes
and
who
goes,
need this
"Hello?"
insulin to stay alive. Let's finish the job this time. Let's cap the cost of insulin for everybody at $35. Folks,
I'm so sick of this lip
Big
service.
Pharma's
crap.
still going to do very well. I
Ugh.
promise you.
I know.
I promise you, they're going to do very well. This law also caps and won't even go into effect until 2025. Costs, out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors on
McCarthy's falling
Medicare
asleep.
at a maximum of $2,000 a year. You don't have to pay more than $2,000 a year, no matter how much your drug costs are. Because you know why?
McCarthy's
know
fighting it. He's trying to stay
Many
awake.
of you, like many in my family, have cancer. You know the drugs can range from $10, $11, $14, $15,000 for the cancer drugs. If drug prices rise faster than inflation, drug companies are going to have to pay Medicare back the difference. We're
Have
finally,
you lied at the FBI and now you're running for president?
we're finally giving Medicare
How do you
the power to
lie to the
negotiate drug
FBI?
prices.
And now you're
Bringing down prescription drug costs doesn't just save seniors money. It cuts the federal deficit by billions of dollars, by hundreds of billions of dollars.
Oh, thank
Because
you.
these prescription drugs
Oh, look at the
are
purple hair
drugs
on that one.
purchased by Medicare to keep their commitment to the seniors. Well, guess what? Instead of paying $400 or $500 a month, you're paying $15. That's a lot of savings for the federal government. And by the way, why wouldn't we want that? Now, some members here are threatening, and I know it's not an official party position, so I'm going to exaggerate,
I like that
but
one.
threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. As my coach, that's okay. That's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your
You
senior
didn't
year.
play no football. Oh, Lord. That's
Make
a
no
lie.
mistake.
That's a lie.
If you try anything to raise the cost of prescription jobs, I will veto it.
Of what kind of jobs? I didn't
Look,
He was just stuttering.
Prescription drugs.
I'm pleased to say that more Americans have health insurance now than ever in history. A record 16 million people are enrolled in the Affordable Care Act. And thanks to the law I signed last year, saving millions are saving $800 a year on their premiums. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. So my plea to some of you, at least in this audience, Let's finish the job and make these savings permanent. Expand coverage of Medicaid.
How do these people sit through this thing?
Look,
I have no idea.
the Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change. Ever.
How long is this war on talk for?
Lowering utility bills, creating American jobs, leading the world to a clean energy future. I visited the devastating aftermath of record floods, droughts, storms, and wildfires from Arizona to Mexico to all the way up to the Canadian border. More timber has been burned, that I've observed from helicopters, than the entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem. In addition to emergency recovery, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires. Roads and water systems withstand the next big flood. Clean energy to cut pollution and create jobs in communities often left behind. We're going to build 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations installed across the country by tens of thousands of IBEW workers. And we're helping families save more than $1,000 a year with tax credits to purchase electric vehicles and efficient appliances, energy efficient appliances. Historic conservation efforts to be responsible stewards of our land. Let's face reality. The climate crisis doesn't care if you're a red or blue state. It's an existential threat. We have an obligation, not to ourselves, but to our children and grandchildren, to confront it. I'm proud of how America at last is stepping up to the challenge. We're still going to need oil and gas for a while. But guess what? No, we do. But there's so much more to do. We got to finish the job. And we pay for these investments for our future by finally making the wealthiest and biggest corporations begin to pay their fair share. Just begin. Look, I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist, but pay your fair share. I think a lot of you at home agree with me and many people that you know. The tax system is not fair. It is not fair.
Right, because you launder money all the time. Why don't you take some of that money you've laundered and give it back?
The
Give it
idea
back.
that in 2020, 55 of the largest corporations in America, the Fortune 500, made $40 billion in profits and paid zero in federal taxes?
Why is wrong? Why is bad? Don't
But now,
mind.
because of the law I signed, billion-dollar companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. God love them. 15%. That's less than a nurse pays. And I need to be crystal clear. I said at the very beginning, under my plans, as long as I'm president, nobody earning less than $400,000 will pay an additional penny in taxes. Nobody, not one penny. Let's finish the job. There's more to do. We have to reward work, not just wealth. Pass my proposal for the billionaire minimum tax. You know, there's 1,000 billionaires in America. It's up from about 600 in the beginning of the term. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter. I mean, think about it. I mean, look.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I know you aren't enthusiastic about that, but think about it. Think about it. Have you noticed Big Oil just reported its profits, record profits? Last year, they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talked to a couple of them, they said, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells, all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade. And that's going to exceed and beyond that. We're going to need it. Production. If they had, in fact, invested in the production to keep gas prices down, instead, they used the record profits to buy back their own stock, rewarding their CEOs and shareholders. Corporations ought to do the right thing. That's why I propose we quadruple the tax on corporate stock buybacks and encourage long-term investments. They'll still make considerable profit. Let's finish the job and close the loophole to allow very wealthy to avoid paying their taxes. Instead of cutting the number of audits for wealthy taxpayers, I just signed a law to reduce the deficit by $114 billion by cracking down on wealthy tax cheats. That's being fiscally responsible.
And he's the worst of them all.
In the last 2 years, my administration has cut the deficit by more than $1.7 trillion. The largest deficit reduction in American history. Under the previous administration, the American deficit went up 4 years in a row.
Oh my
Because
God.
of record deficits, no president added more to the national debt in any 4 years than my predecessor. Nearly 25% of the entire national debt that
Simon, I'm
took
gonna
over
put forks in
200
my
years
eyes
to
soon.
accumulate was added by
Yeah,
just
he's-
one administration alone, the last one. Go to
Lies,
facts. Check it out.
Lies, lies.
Check it out.
You check it
How
out.
did Congress respond to that debt? They did the right thing. They lifted the debt ceiling 3 times without preconditions or crisis. They paid American bills.
Look at
to
McCarthy
prevent an economic
shaking his head
disaster in the
no.
country. So tonight I'm asking the Congress to follow suit. Let's commit here tonight to the full faith and credit of the United States of America will never, ever be questioned. So some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hostage. I get it, unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority.
Now, this is
Let me
getting
give
good
you-
now.
Anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. That means Congress doesn't vote. Well, I'm glad to
Get
see
him,
you. No,
Marguerite.
I tell you, I enjoy conversion. You know, it means if Congress doesn't keep the programs the way they are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look,
Lying.
folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks,
Sit down.
so folks, as we all apparently agree, Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be stopped. All right. I'm ready. We got unanimity. Social Security and Medicare are a lifeline for millions of seniors. Americans have to pay into them from the very first paycheck they started. So tonight, let's all agree, and we apparently are. Let's stand up for seniors. Stand up and show them. We will not cut Social Security. We will not cut Medicare. Those benefits belong to the American people that earned it. And if anyone tries to cut Social Security, which apparently no one's going to do, and if anyone tries to cut Medicare, I'll stop them. I'll veto it. And look, I'm not going to allow them to be taken away. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. But apparently it's not going to be a problem. Next month, when I offer my fiscal plan, I ask my Republican friends to lay down their plan as well. I really mean it. Let's sit down together and discuss our mutual plans together. Let's do that. I can tell you, the plan I'm going to show you is going to cut the deficit by another $2 trillion. And it won't cut a single bit of Medicare or Social Security. In fact, we're going to extend the Medicare Trust Fund at least 2 decades, because that's going to be the next argument. How do we keep it solvent, right? Well, we'll not raise tax on anyone making under 400 grand, but we'll pay for it the way we talked about tonight, by making sure that the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share. Look. Here's the deal. They aren't just taking advantage of the tax code. They're taking advantage of you, the American consumer. Here's my message to all of you out there. I have your back. We're already preventing Americans from receiving surprise medical bills, stopping $1 billion surprise bills per month so far. We're protecting seniors' life savings by cracking down on nursing homes that commit fraud, endanger patient safety, prescribe drugs that are not needed. Millions of Americans can now save thousands of dollars because they can finally get a hearing aid over the counter without a prescription. Look.
Oh, that helps feed our kids.
Without competition is not capitalism. It's
Joe,
extortion.
can we talk about the egg prices?
It's exploitation.
Yeah.
Last
gas,
year, I cracked
gas,
down with the help of
eggs,
many of you on foreign
groceries,
shipping companies that were
shortages.
making you pay higher prices for every
Haven't heard
good
anything
coming into
yet.
the country. I signed a bipartisan bill to cut shipping costs by 90%, helping American farmers, businessmen, and
Yeah,
consumers.
EOT.
Let's
Jill
finish
is
the
getting nervous.
job.
She looks a nervous
Pass the
wreck.
bipartisan
This is the
legislation
time
to
she got in
strengthen
there.
antitrust enforcement and prevent big online platforms from giving their own products an unfair advantage. My administration is also taking on junk fees, those hidden surcharges too many companies use to make you pay more. For example, we're making airlines show you the full ticket price up front, refund your money if your flight is canceled or delayed. We reduced exorbitant bank overdrafts by saving consumers more than $1 billion a year.
Well, promise us that our
We're cutting
pilots are
credit card late
Jabberwocky.
fees by 75%, from $30 to $8. Look, junk fees may not matter to the very wealthy, but they matter to most other folks in homes like the one I grew up in, like many of you did. They add up to hundreds of dollars a month. They make it harder for you to pay your bills or afford that family trip. I know how unfair it feels
What
when a
trip?
company overcharges you and gets away with it.
My family has
Not
taken
anymore.
a trip in years.
We've written
Can't
a bill
afford
to
it.
stop it all. It's called the Junk Fee Prevention Act. We're going to ban surprise resort fees that hotels charge on your bill. Those fees can cost you up to $90 a night at hotels that aren't even resorts. The idea that cable, internet, and cell phone companies can charge you $200 or more if you decide to switch to another provider. Give me a break. We can stop service fees on tickets to concerts and sporting events and make companies disclose all the fees up front. And we'll prohibit airlines from charging $50 round trip for family just to be able to sit together. Baggage fees are bad enough. Airlines can't treat your child like a piece of baggage. Americans are tired of being played for suckers. So pass the Junk Fee Prevention Act so companies stop ripping us off. For too long, workers have been getting stiffed, but not anymore.
Oh,
We're beginning to restore the dignity of work.
he
For
said we're getting
example,
stiffed.
I should have known this, but I didn't until 2 years ago.
Old
30
stiffy
million
phones
workers
were getting
have
stiff.
to sign non-compete agreements with the jobs they take. 30 million. So a cashier at a burger place can't walk across town and take the same job at another burger place and make a few bucks more. It just changed. But they just changed it because we exposed it. That
What?
was part of the deal, guys.
Look at
Look it up.
McCarthy.
But not anymore. We're banning those agreements so companies have to compete for workers and pay them what they're worth. And I must tell you,
Don't tell us, Joe.
this is bound to get a response
What the
from
heck
my
is
friends
that?
on my
That
left with
was
the right.
what was her name? Presley
I'm so
there.
sick and tired of companies breaking the law by preventing
Rashida
workers
Presley,
from
she's one of
organizing.
the
Pass the
four.
PRO Act, because business have a right, workers have a right to form a union. And let's guarantee all workers have a living wage. Let's make sure working parents can afford to raise a family with sick days, paid family medical leave, affordable child care. That's going to enable millions of more people to go and stay at work. And let's restore the full child tax credit, which gave tens of millions of parents some breathing room and cut child poverty in half to the lowest level in history. And by the way, when we do all these things, we increase productivity, we increase economic growth. So let's finish the job and get more families access to affordable quality housing. Let's get seniors who want to stay in their homes the care they need to do so.
The Chinese
Let's
ramper.
give breathing room to millions of family caregivers looking after their loved ones. Pass my plan so we get seniors and people with disabilities the home care and services they need. And support the workers who are doing God's work.
Really nauseous.
These plans are fully paid for and we can afford to do them. Restoring the dignity of work means making education an affordable ticket to the middle class. When we made public education, 12 years of it universal in the last century,
Universal?
we made the best educated, best paid, we became the best educated, best paid nation in the world. But the rest of the world's caught up. It's caught up.
Ah!
Jill, my wife, who teaches full time, has an expression. I hope I get it right, kid. Any nation that out-educates us is going to out-compete us. Any nation that out-educates can out-compete us. Folks, we all know 12 years of education
You
is
have
not
dumbed our
enough to win
kids
the
down so
economic
much.
competition of 21st century. We want to have the best educated workforce. Let's finish the job by providing access to preschool for 3 and 4 years old. Studies show that children who go to preschool are nearly 50% more likely to finish high school and go on to earn a 2 or 4 year degree, no matter their background they came from. Let's give public school teachers a raise.
We're doing what? Teaching CRT? Oh
Drag
my gosh.
queens.
Oh my gosh.
We're making progress
Lord,
by
please help
reducing
us.
student debt, increasing Pell Grants for working and middle class families. Let's finish the job and connect students to career opportunities starting in high school. Provide access to 2 years of community college, the best career training in America, in addition to being a pathway to a 4-year degree. Let's offer every American a path to a good career, whether they go to college or not.
I will send you to Jesus.
And folks, in the midst of the COVID crisis, when schools were closed and we were shutting down everything, let's recognize how far we came in the fight against the pandemic itself. While the virus is not gone, thanks to the resilience of the American people and the ingenuity of medicine, we've broken the COVID grip on us. COVID deaths are down by 90%. We've saved millions of lives and opened up our country. We opened our country back up, and soon we'll end the public health emergency. But that's called a public health emergency. But we'll remember the toll and pain that's never going to go away. More than 1 million Americans lost their lives to COVID. 1 million. Families grieving, children orphaned,
I just can't.
empty chairs at the dining room table constantly reminding you that she used to sit there.
Oh no, it's a sob story.
Remembering
Oh, no.
them, we remain vigilant. We still need to monitor dozens of variants and support new vaccines and treatments.
Oh
The
God.
Congress needs to
The
fund these efforts
vaccines
and
are
keep
killing
America safe.
people. Don't you understand
And
that?
as we emerge from this
They're
crisis,
killing them.
stronger, we've also got to double down on prosecuting criminals who stole relief money meant to keep workers and small businesses afloat.
I physically feel ill listening to this moron.
Before I came to office, you remember, during that campaign, the big issue was about inspector generals
You got a booger?
who would protect taxpayers' dollars who were sidelined. They were fired. Many
be
people
right
said we
back.
don't
I
need
gotta-
them.
Okay.
And
I'm
fraud
gonna
became
answer
rampant.
Mother Nature.
Last year, I told you the watchdogs are back. Since then, we've recovered billions of taxpayers' dollars. Now let's triple the anti-fraud strike force going after these criminals,
Why
double the
would you
statute of
lie?
limitations on these
Lying
crimes,
is
and
wrong.
crack down on identity fraud by criminal syndicates stealing billions of dollars from the American people. And the data shows that for every dollar we put into fighting fraud, the taxpayers get back at least 10 times as much. It matters. It matters. Look, COVID left its scars, like the spike in violent crime in 2020, the first year of the pandemic. We have an obligation to make sure all people are safe. Public safety depends on public trust, as all of us know. But too often that trust is violated. Joining us tonight are the parents of Tyree Nichols. Welcome. I had to bury Tyree last week. As many of you personally know, there's no words to describe the heartache or grief of losing a child. But imagine if you lost that child at the hands of the law. Imagine
Here we
having to worry
go.
whether your son or daughter came home from walking down the street,
Coming after the pew
playing in the park,
pews.
or just driving a car. Most of us in here have never had to have the talk
You know,
that brown and black
red
parents
and
have had
blue
to have with their children.
women.
Bo, Hunter, Ashley, my children. I never had to have the talk with them.
Yeah, because
never
I
had to
was
tell them if a
molesting them
police officer
since they
pulls
were
you
10.
over, turn
Right.
your interior lights on right away. Don't reach for your license. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Imagine having to worry like that every single time your kid got in the car. Here's what Tyree's mother shared with me when I spoke to her. When I asked her how she finds the courage to carry on and speak out. The faith of God, she said her son was, quote, a beautiful soul and something
What
good
about
will
Ashley
come of
Babbitt?
this.
Want to talk about her?
Imagine how
Joe?
much courage and character that takes. It's up to us, to all of us. We all want the same thing. Neighborhoods free of violence. Law enforcement who earns the community's trust. Just as every cop, when they pin on that badge in the morning, has a right to be able to go home at night, so does everybody else out there. Our children have a right to come home safely. Equal protection under the law is a covenant we have with each other in America. We know police officers put their lives on the line every single night and day.
Let's talk about
We
the
know we ask
fentanyl.
them in many cases to do too much to be counselors, social workers, psychologists, responding to drug overdoses, mental health crises, and so much more. In one sense, we ask too much of them. I know most cops and their families are good, decent, honorable people, the vast majority.
Joe, can we talk about the border and the fentanyl killing our children?
Yes.
Joe.
And they risk their lives every time they put that shield on. But what happened to Tyree in Memphis happens too often. We have to do better. Give law enforcement the real training they need. Hold them to higher standards. Help them succeed in keeping us safe. We also need more first responders and professionals to address the growing mental health, substance abuse challenges. More resources to reduce violent crime and gun crime. More community intervention programs. More investment in housing, education, and job training.
That's
All
right.
this can help prevent violence in the first place. When police officers or police departments violate the public trust, they must be held accountable.
I'm losing brain cells.
With the support of the families of victims, civil rights groups, and law enforcement, I signed an executive order for all federal officers, banning chokeholds, restricting no-knock warrants, and other key elements of the George Floyd Act. Let's commit ourselves to make the words of Tyler's mom true. Something good must come from this. Something good.
We called him Tyler, not Tyler.
And all of us,
His name is Kyrie.
all of us.
Yeah, there's a white man standing up there and just, pretending to know the black people's struggles. Give me a break.
Folks, it's difficult, but it's simple. All of us in this chamber, we need to rise to this moment. We can't turn away.
We need to rise up on the
Let's
balloon
do what
and
we
float
know
away,
in our
Joe.
hearts. We need to do. Let's come together to finish the job on police reform. Do something. Do something. That was the plea of parents who lost their children in Uvalde. I met with every one of them. Do something about gun violence. Thank God. Thank God we did.
You don't know nothing about God.
That's the most
Leave
sweeping
him out
gun
of your
safety
mouth.
law in 3 decades. That includes things like that the majority of responsible gun owners already support. Enhanced background checks for 18 to 21 years old. Red flag laws, keeping guns out of the hands of people who are a danger to themselves and others. But we know our work is not done. Joining us tonight is Brandon Say, a 26-year-old hero. Brandon put his college dreams on hold to be at his mom's side. His mom's side when she was dying from cancer.
Actually flew in from China.
And Brandon,
His name just happens to be Brandon, eh?
Brandon now
Oh,
works at the
yeah.
dance studio started by his grandparents. And 2 weeks ago, during the Lunar New Year celebrations, he heard the studio door close. He saw a man standing there pointing.
I want to punch you in the nose.
Semi-automatic pistol. He thought he was going to
I
die.
had no idea I was going to do
He thought
that.
about the people inside. In that instant, he found the courage to act and wrestled a semi-automatic pistol away from the gunman who had already killed 11 people in another dance studio. 11. He saved lives.
Sorry, guys.
It's time we do the
I
same.
had no idea I was going to say
Ban
that.
assault weapons now. Ban them
We
now.
told you, here they come for the fugitives.
I led the fight to do that in 1994. And in 10 years, that ban was law and mass shootings went down. After we let it expire in the Republican administration, mass shootings tripled. Let's finish the job and ban these assault weapons. And let's also come together on immigration. Make it a bipartisan issue once again. We know we now have a record number of personnel working to secure the border, arresting 8,000 human smugglers, seizing over 23,000 pounds of fentanyl in just the last several months. We've launched a new border plan last month.
Oh, yeah?
Unlawful migration from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela has come down 97% as a consequence of that. But American border problems won't be fixed until Congress acts. If we don't pass my comprehensive immigration reform, at least pass my plan to provide the equipment and officers to secure the border.
Secure the border. You had 2 years,
And
Joe.
a pathway to citizenship for dreamers, those on temporary status, farm workers, essential workers. Here in the People's House, it's our duty to protect all the people's rights and freedoms. Congress must restore the right And Congress must restore the right that was taken away in Roe v. Wade and protect Roe v. Wade.
Oh, look at this. Look at him.
Give every woman a constitutional right. The Vice President and I are doing everything to protect access to reproductive health care and safeguard patient safety. Well, already more than a dozen states are enforcing extreme abortion bans. Make no mistake about it. If Congress passes a national ban, I will veto it. But let's also pass the Bipartisan Equality Act to ensure LGBTQ Americans, especially transgender young people, can live with safety and dignity. Our strength is not just the example of our power, but the power of our example. Let's remember the world's watching. I spoke in this chamber 1 year ago, just days after Vladimir Putin unleashed his brutal attack against Ukraine. A murderous assault, evoking images of death and destruction Europe suffered in World War II. Putin's invasion has been a test for the ages, a test for America, a test for the world. Would we stand for the most basic of principles? Would we stand for sovereignty? Would we stand for the right of people to live free of tyranny? Would we stand for the defense of democracy? For such defense matters to us because it keeps peace and prevents open season on would-be aggressors and threatens our prosperity.
It's almost over. How long is this moron going to go? He's going to go to bed.
We know the answer. Yes, we would, and we did. We did. And together, we did what America always does at our best. We led. We united NATO. We built a global coalition. We stood against Putin's aggression. We stood with the Ukrainian people. Tonight, we're once again joined by Ukrainian's ambassador to the United States. She represents not just her nation, but the courage of her people. Our ambassador is here, united. We're united in our support of your country. Will you stand so we can all take a look at you? Thank you. Because we're going to stand with you as long as it takes. Our nation is working for more freedom, more dignity, more peace, not just in Europe, but everywhere. Before I came to office, the story was about how the People's Republic of China was increasing its power and America was failing in the world. Not anymore. We made clear, and I made in my personal conversations with the many, with President Xi, that we seek competition, not conflict. But I will make no apologies that we're investing to make America stronger. Investing in American innovation and industries that will define the future that China intends to be dominating. Investing in our alliances and working with our allies to protect advanced technologies so they will not be used against us. Modernizing our military to safeguard stability and deter aggression. Today, we're in the strongest position in decades to compete with China or anyone else in the world. Anywhere else in the world. And I'm committed.
These generals.
I'm committed to work with China where we can advance American interests and benefit the world. But make no mistake about it. As we made clear last week, if China threatens our sovereignty, we will act to protect our country, and we did.
No, you didn't. 5 days later, after a freaking balloon went across, however long it was, 7 days, whatever it was.
Clear. Winning the competition should unite all of us. We face serious challenges across the world. But in the past 2 years, democracies have become stronger, not weaker. Autocracy has grown weaker, not stronger. Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping. Name me one.
Name one, Diamond. Name it.
America's rallying the world to meet those challenges,
He's
from
trying to
climate
look
to
mad,
global health,
but I don't
to
know.
food insecurity, to terrorism, to
getting that.
territorial aggression. Allies are stepping up, spending more, and doing more. Look, the bridges we're forming between partners in the Pacific and those in the Atlantic, and those who bet against America are learning how wrong they are. It's never, ever been a good bet to bet against America. Never.
You think this is almost over? Because I'm about ready to lose it.
Well,
Do you want to end it or?
when I came to
What do you
office,
think,
most
Ken? You think
assured
it's
that
almost over?
bipartisanship
I don't want
soon
to end it and
is
then
impossible.
they come in and take them
I
away.
never believed it. That's why a year
Yeah.
ago I offered a unity agenda to the nation as I stood here.
Yeah.
We made real
He's-
progress together.
Chat, you
We
guys
passed a
want to
law
keep
making
going?
it easy
You
for
want
doctors
us
to
to end
prescribe
it?
effective treatments for opioid addiction. We passed the gun safety law, making historic investments in mental health. We launched the ARPA-H drive for breakthrough in the fights against cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes, and so much more. We passed the Heath Robinson PACT Act, named after the late Iraq War veteran whose story about exposure to toxic burn kits I shared here last year.
Yeah, I want to hear some
Sarah-
rebuttal too.
Now, Sarah
I understand
Huckabee
something about
Sanders
those
is
burn
supposed
pits,
to
but
give
there's
the
so much more
rebuttal
to do.
hereafter, so I don't know.
We can do it together. Joining us tonight is a father named Doug from Newton, New Hampshire. He wrote Jill, my wife, a letter, and me as well, about his courageous daughter, Courtney. A contagious laugh, his sister's best friend, her sister's best friend. He shared a story all too familiar to millions of Americans and many of you in the audience. Courtney discovered pills in high school. It spiraled into addiction.
One of many,
And
Joe.
eventually death from a fentanyl overdose. She was just 20 years old. Describing the last 8 years without her, Doug said, "There's no worse pain." Yet their family has turned pain to purpose, working to end the stigma and change laws. He told us he wants to start a journey toward American recovery. Doug, we're with you. Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a
We're
year.
with you, Doug. We're bringing it across the border as fast as we can, Doug.
Big, you got it.
Get them.
So let's launch a major surge to stop fentanyl production and the sale and trafficking with more drug detection machines, inspection cargo, stop pills and powder at the border. Working with couriers like FedEx to inspect more packages for drugs.
Oh, he's falling asleep.
To crack down on fentanyl
How much
trafficking.
money did he pay you to
Second,
be
let's do
here?
more on mental health, especially for our children. When millions of young people are struggling with bullying, violence, trauma, we give them greater access to mental health care at their schools. We must finally hold social media companies accountable for experimenting they're doing running children for profit. It's time to pass bipartisan legislation to stop big tech from collecting personal data on our kids and teenagers online. Ban targeted advertising to children and impose stricter limits on the personal data that companies collect on all of us. Third, let's do more to keep this nation's one truly sacred obligation to equip those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families when they come home. Job training, job placement for veterans and their spouses as they come to return to civilian life. Helping veterans afford the rent, because no one should be homeless in America, especially someone who served the
How do
country.
you lie to the FBI and now you're running for president? Listen, how do you lie to the FBI and now you're running for president?
Dennis McDonough is here, of the VA. We had a first real discussion when I asked him to take the job. I'm glad he did. We were losing up to 25 veterans a day on suicide. Now we're losing 17 a day to the silent scourge of suicide. 17 veterans a day are committing suicide, more than all the people being killed in the wars. Folks, VA is doing everything it can, including expanding mental health screening, training programs that teach veterans to help other veterans understand what they're going through, get them the help they need. We got to do more. And fourth, last year, Jill and I reignited the cancer moonshot that I was able to start with President Obama asked me to lead our administration on this issue. Our goal is to cut the cancer death rates at least by 50% in the next 25 years.
To beat the hell out of him
Turn
with
more
that
cancers
gavel.
from death sentences to treatable
Oh, I would
diseases.
love to see it.
Provide more
That'd be
support for
good.
patients and their families. It's personal to so many of us in this audience.
Why are we putting ourselves through
Joining
this?
us
I know.
are Morris and Candice,
Oh, Lord.
an Irishman and the daughter of immigrants from Panama.
Oh,
They met and
look.
fell in love in New
Biracial
York City and got
couple.
married
Let's
in the
put them
same
on the
chapel
screen.
Jill and I got married in New York City. Kindred spirits.
Kindred
He wrote us a
spirit.
letter about his little daughter, Ava, and I saw her just before I came over.
I
She
bet
was
you
just a
did.
year old when she was diagnosed with rare kidney disease, cancer. After 26 blood transfusions, 11 rounds of radiation, 8 rounds of chemo, 1 kidney
Keto.
removed, even a 5% survival rate.
Keto.
He wrote how in the darkest moments he
Let me
thought, if
cry.
she goes, I can't stay. Many of you have been through that as well. Jill and I understand that like so many of you. And he read Jill's book describing our family's cancer journey and how we tried
Oh,
to still
Lord.
joy where we
Oh,
could.
God.
For them, that glimmer of joy was the half smile of their baby girl. It meant everything to them. They never gave up hope. Little Ava never gave up hope. She turns 4 next month. They just found out Ava's beating the odds, is on her way to being cured of cancer. And she's watching from the White House tonight if she's not asleep already. For the lives we can save.
Please, God, make this end soon.
For the lives we can save and the lives we've lost. Let this be a truly American moment that rallies the country and the world together. and
Joe, you're
proves
getting
that we
very
can still do big
sleepy.
things. 20 years ago, under the leadership of President Bush and countless advocates and champions,
I don't think
he undertook a
those parents
bipartisan effort
gave
through
it much
PEPFAR
thought
to
letting
transform the
their
global
little
fight
girls
against HIV/AIDS.
in a
It's
White
been a
House
huge success.
without them
He
there.
thought big. He thought large. He moved. I believe we can do the same thing with cancer.
Gonna cure cancer now, Joe?
Cancer as we know it. Cure some cancers once and for all. Folks, there's one reason why we've been able to do all of these things.
What's
Our
that?
democracy itself.
Democracy. Oh, that's it.
With democracy, everything's possible.
Oh,
Without it, nothing is. The last few years, our democracy has been threatened and attacked, put at risk, put to the test in this very room on January the 6th.
oh, here we
And Just
go.
a few months ago, an unhinged big lie, assailant unleashed a political violence, the home of the then Speaker of the House of Representatives, using the very same language the insurrectionists used as they stalked these halls and chanted on January 6th. Here tonight in this chamber is a man who bears the scars of that brutal attack, but is as tough and as strong, as resilient as they get. My friend Paul Pelosi. Paul, stand up.
Lies. Lies. Lies.
What?
Take off your hat in the house.
He withstood an attack in his house in his shorts. Why are they cheering him on? I
Such
don't
a
get
heinous
it.
act should have never
Him
happened.
and Bono are gonna go home tonight.
We must all speak out. There's no place for political violence in America. We have to protect the right to vote, not suppress the fat fundamental right. Honor the results of our elections, not subvert the will of the people. We have to uphold the rule of law and restore trust in our institutions of democracy. We must give hate and extremism in any form no safe harbor.
I hear you, Tim. I can't take much more of you, though. I'm hoping it's ending very
Democracy
soon.
must not be a partisan issue. It's an American issue. Every generation of Americans has faced a moment where they have been called to protect our democracy, defend it, stand up for it. And this is our moment. My fellow Americans, we meet tonight at an inflection point, one of those moments that only a few generations ever face, where the direction we now take is going to decide the course of this nation for decades to come. We're not bystanders in history. We're not powerless before the forces that confront us. It's within our power of we, the people. We're facing the test of our time. We have to be the nation we've always been at our best, optimistic, hopeful, forward-looking. A nation that embraces light over dark, hope over fear, unity over division, stability over chaos. We have to see each other not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. We're good people. The only nation in the world built on an idea. The only one.
You cannot sleep messages. The warm mouth, you can sleep like baby.
Other nations are defined by geography, ethnicity.
Go to sleep,
But we're the
crazy
only nation
lady.
based on an idea that all of us, every one of us, is created equal in the image of God. A nation that stands as a beacon to the world.
Come on, fumble with your
nation
words. Say
in the
something. you
new
should.
age of possibilities. So I've come to fulfill my constitutional obligation to report in the State of the Union. And here's my report. Because the soul of this nation is strong, because the backbone of this nation is strong, because the people of this nation are strong, the State of the Union is strong.
You didn't mention gas prices, food prices. Mention those, Joe. Hello.
Lying is bad, don't
Joe?
lie.
Joe, can you hear me? Joe.
Sleepy.
I'm not new to
No.
this place. I stand here tonight, having served as long as about any one of you have ever served here. But I've never been more optimistic about our future, about the future of America. We just remember who we are. We're the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
May God protect our troops. He didn't say God bless America. He said
No,
God
he did
bless our
not.
troops.
Yes.
He said, God bless our troops.
I don't want his God blessing anything anyway.
Yeah.
What a shit show.
Where am I going? That way? He just said. That's Blumenthal, that idiot.
Hey, Big John. Good job, Mr. President. I mean,
How are you? Let me hug you. Oh, yeah.
Your hair smells good. Oh, wait a minute. You're a man. Oh, well, your hair smells good anyway.
He might not mind.
No, I was just going to say.
All right, bring on Sarah.
Sarah Huckabee, come on.
See, Patty McCann? She said Mr. T truth that his wife was looking beautiful in her purple dress tonight. Symbolisms everywhere. Somebody punch him. Come on. One quick punch right to the head. Oh, that'd be great.
Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow.
Take him out.
Oh, this shift. Adam Schiff.
Cheshire, it's the Purple Rain, not Rain. It's Reign. And it's the Phoenicians. They're evil, evil people. The symbolisms everywhere. Watch it on your news. The purple and the Tiffany blue. And checkers means something too. Like a lot of the guys are wearing checkered suits now. That means they play both sides or something.
Oh my God. I know you have to work tomorrow, so you tell me when you wanna.
I just wanted to see, is Sarah Huckabee going to speak?
She should, yeah.
I'm okay for a few. If you
Okay.
are.
Yep, no, I'm fine.
This clown, man. Woo. This way, Joe. Take your seat.
Sorry, you guys had to sit there. I apologize. Nice to see you, Mr. President. Do you remember? I told a story.
Corner.
I told a story. The radio didn't see how he wasn't. He said, "Who do you want?" He said, "The nice one is yours. This is the story. You propose reading stories." He said, "Read off Mr. Manager." Read the foremost conservative justice in the world. And he said, "Here's the truth. It's a true story." And I said, "You're for it." I said, "No, I don't know what that's about. I think this story is very good." You said you're for it, you check yourself, and you know how it's right there. It's now it's telling you. And all of a sudden,
I gotta get back to the White House. That little 4-year-old's sleeping in the White House. I gotta get back to her.
Right. I gotta
to the yeah.
smell her hair.
Yeah.
All right. You want to just take it off here, Diamond, and we'll wait and see if she comes on.
Okay.
I can't stand to look at them anymore. Oh, thank God. Whew. That was a lot.
See. Yeah, he's
I hope
that's not even him.
I hope that he made every American household irate tonight. That's my hope. Anybody listening to that crap and sees how their households are being run and their pocketbooks, how can anybody believe that crap? I agree, Rod. He says, please, Lord, we've learned our lesson. Don't let this man leave that room without going to hell next.
Yes.
Amen. Oh, Mr. T's talking on RSBN.
Well, let me see.
Maybe we can end on a good note listening to our president.
Where is he?
I don't know. I just read it in chat. Someone said he was on RSBN. Diane Wood said RSBN had Trump for real State of the Union. Oh, had. Well,
Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on.
let's see. Interesting. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to come down off that, and it just made me sick. Trump is supposed to speak on truth. I'm on Trump's Truth Social, and I don't see anything. And I don't know how he's supposed to speak on truth when they don't really have video. Yeah, where is Hunter? Hunter, where are you? Put the crack pipe down. Pay your baby mama's dues.
Trump talking on Real American Voice. Okay, let's see. Let's see what I can find.
I'll look too. Can you find it?
40.
What's that?
It's a 45-second video. That's what I'm saying. Let's see.
Nothing live?
I'm looking.
Now they're saying RSBN again. Hang on, guys. We're looking. I'm trying to pull it up.
President, to end the destruction of our country and to complete the unfinished business of making America great again. We will make our country better than ever before, and we will always put America first. Thank you.
That's old, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. He's on RSBN also. Okay.
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives. Let me just tell you what it does. First of all, big tech.
And you're sleeping even better. We got the best pillow ever. My Pillow 2.0. He's a great intro, huh?
Cut. We got it.
Welcome to the set of the My Pillow 2.0, the most amazing pillow in history. That new technology is still the My Pillow's patented fill, but now we have new technology we didn't have back when I invented My Pillow that's going to help you sleep. It's absolutely amazing, and you're the first ones that can check it out. Go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code on your screen, and we brought back the buy one, get one free.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Here's the real State of the Union. Over the past 2 years under Biden, millions and millions of illegal aliens from 160 different countries have stormed across our southern border. Drug cartels are now raking in billions of dollars from smuggling poison to kill our people and to kill our children. Savage killers, rapists, and violent criminals are being released from jail to continue their crime wave. And under Biden, the murder rate has reached the highest in the history of our country. Biden and the radical Democrats have wasted trillions of dollars and caused the worst inflation in half a century. Real wages are down 21 months in a row. Gas prices have soared and are now going up much higher than even before. And the typical American family is paying $2,200 in increased energy and food costs each year. Joe Biden's weaponized Justice Department, and I'm a victim of it, is persecuting his political opponents. His administration is waging war on free speech. They're trying to indoctrinate and mutilate our children. He's leading us to the brink of World War III. And on top of all of that, he's the most corrupt president in American history, and it's not even close. But the good news is we are going to reverse every single crisis, calamity, and disaster that Joe Biden has created. I am running for president to end the destruction of our country and to complete the unfinished business of making America great again. We will make our country better than ever before, and we will always put America first. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm excited to announce my new product, My Coffee. I get products all the time from entrepreneurs for my new platform, mystore.com. And when I tried My Coffee for the first time, I was blown away. It is the best coffee I've ever had in my life. I spent the last 4 months doing my due diligence, and this family-owned business micromanages every step from the fields to the cup to ensure the best quality coffee you're ever going to have. It starts with the beans that are grown in Honduras. Honduras's volcanic soil and humid climate make the perfect growing conditions for coffee plants, which produce the best beans ever. Then each batch is tested for its aroma, taste, and other aspects to meet the highest standards in the coffee industry. And after that, it goes into production, which is all done.
So is it not on YouTube? Is that what you guys are saying? It's on Rumble, not on YouTube? I don't know.
Hey, Remote.
Hi, Remote. I just keep getting commercials. I'm confused on what I should do here. Thoughts, Diamond?
It's a little late for those.
What?
And I said it's a little late for thoughts, and I think I lost some brain cells watching that.
So nothing's happening yet. So they're saying they're watching Rumble and the same thing's happening. So
yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is supposed to come on with the GOP rebuttal, but usually he's still walking down the aisle here. He's still commiserating with a bunch of people. Now
he's still pooping his pants.
Yeah, I want you. If they have a close up of him on his face, pretty good. I want you to Well, no, he's heading out. He's close. It just, you can see wrinkles in the back of his neck and.
Oh, Engine 10, it was really bad. He's a big fat liar from Liarsville.
Yeah, he's president of Liarsville. He's the president of Liarsville.
Oh, that's Tracy Q's expression.
What?
Liar from Liarsville, or lying liars from Liarsville. That's what it is. Well, I didn't mean to have everybody lose brain cells tonight. I know I did. This is what I got to say about Potato Head, though. That's all I got. Where's my mega? So, you guys, we had these sound effects going tonight, as you know, and this one is a mega fart that I was playing during his speech. Hi, Konami. Yeah, the flag was so wrinkled. Did you notice that, Diamond?
Yes. Nana!
Well, I don't know if she's going to come on or not. Has anybody found anything? Anywhere I can go to pull it up? Well, Diane Wood, we were meant to be distracting and loud because we were trying to drown him out. Sorry if that bothered you. You're right, Debbie King. McCarthy has one chance at this. And he better not screw it up. No, Mike, it was an American flag, but it was really, really wrinkled. What do you want to do, Diamond?
I don't know. He's just walking out the door now. There he goes.
Diane Venezuela said she was waiting for the flying monkeys to come down.
Yeah, yeah.
Me too. Biden's taking his old sweet time with his poopy diaper walking out.
Says that it took him 20 minutes to get from the podium to out of the house.
Yes, remote wrinkled worse than Maxine Waters. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I did too, Be Charming. I liked McCarthy's behavior tonight. Okay. So should I pull up Fox? Is she going to be on? I'm confused. I don't know what to do.
Well, let's try Fox.
I got RSBN on, so you tell me.
Okay, I'm going to take C-SPAN off. Somebody was saying Fox was ahead of C-SPAN by like 30 seconds. So let's see.
Yeah, Diamond, what were your thoughts on that bright yellow dress? She wasn't a ray of sunshine, I'll tell you that.
Who was that? Cinema?
Yeah.
Kirsten Cinema, whatever her name is.
All right, Barb Richardson saying that Sarah's getting ready to give her speech on ABC. Interesting.
Oh, it says 4 SCOTUS justices conspicuously absent from the State of the Union. I did not see Alito. I did not see Clarence Thomas. And I did not see Neil Gorsuch. Who's the 4th one?
Engine 10, thank you. I've been going all night without my banner, Diamond.
Oh, Sotomayor, I think I did not see either. I saw Kagan.
All right, B-Dog saying rebuttal on facts up next. Do you got
Okay.
facts up, Diamond?
I've got them pulled up here. Let's see. Let me go live here. Oh, I can't pull it up. It says, because I canceled my cable. Not letting
What?
me pull it up live. Yeah.
On
Sorry,
YouTube?
yeah. Says, sorry, your Spectrum account is not authorized to view this content.
Showing up on the first page of Google might not be the best for everyone.
So good. Why do over 70% of Americans think our country is on the wrong track? The finish the job narrative, juxtaposed with some of these favorability and disfavorability ratings, they seem to be out of sync here.
I'm trying to show the screen.
Help
Hang
us
on.
explain that. Now, the president, we're told, is going to be announcing sometime after this speech was made for re-election. So that is set up as well for the next 2 years, but also possibly for the next 4 years. Do you think he sold that message to the American people, even with these numbers of approval?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, obviously, I don't know where Jim Jordan's polls are from. You
Is
can
this
pull
it,
lots of
Diamond?
polls from different places, and I think particularly in Washington, we see a lot of polling and research from organizations that have sort of a left-leaning point of view or right-leaning point of view, and so Jim Jordan is obviously one of the fiercest opponents of Democrats and the president. So I'm not sure that that his characterization is a fair characterization. What I will say is that, I think it takes time, a lot of times when you pass these big pieces of laws for the American public to feel it or to sort of contextualize it. And so that's why moments like the State of the Union are so important, because it gives the president an opportunity to talk
I'm
about the
confused.
state of progress that they've made on the
I'm
economy
on facts.
and how far we've come. But I think if you really do look back,
They're
and you
saying
talk to
Sarah's
your average
speaking
person
now on
about where we
facts.
were 2 years ago, where most of us were wearing masks and maybe not the ability to go into the office.
I'm confused. Hang on.
Okay. I've got CNBC up here. Hang on a minute.
Fox News Live. Here she is. I got it.
I am cancer free. Through it all, I couldn't help but think about my mom. She was 20 years old and in her first year of marriage when she was diagnosed with spinal cancer. The doctors told her she might not live, and if she did live, they said she'd never walk again. And if she did walk, she'd definitely never have children. The daughter she was told she'd never have was just sworn in as the new governor of Arkansas and is speaking to you tonight. Adversity and fear of the unknown can paralyze us, but faith propels us to charge boldly ahead. We can't stand still in the face of great challenges. You and I were put on this earth for such a time as this, to charge boldly ahead. I'll be the first to admit, President Biden and I don't have a lot in common. I'm for freedom, he's for government control. At 40, I'm the youngest governor in the country. And at 80, he's the oldest president in American history. I'm the first woman to lead my state, and he's the first man to surrender his presidency to a woke mob that can't even tell you what a woman is. In the radical left's America, Washington taxes you and lights your hard-earned money on fire. But you get crushed with high gas prices, empty grocery shelves, and our children are taught to hate one another on account of their race, but not to love one another or our great country. Whether Joe Biden believes this madness or is simply too weak to resist it, his administration has been completely hijacked by the radical left. The dividing line in America is no longer between right or left. The choice is between normal or crazy. It's time for a new generation of Republican leadership. Upon taking office just a few weeks ago, I signed executive orders to ban CRT, racism, and indoctrination in our schools, eliminate the use of derogatory term Latinx in our government, repealed COVID orders, and said never again to authoritarian mandates and shutdowns. Americans want common sense from their leaders, but in Washington, the Biden administration is doubling down on crazy. President Biden inherited the fastest economic recovery on record, the most secure border in history, cheap, abundant, homegrown energy, fast rising wages, a rebuilt military, and a world that was stable and at peace. But over the last 2 years, Democrats destroyed it all. Despite Democrats' trillions in reckless spending and mountains of debt, we now have the worst border crisis in American history. As a mom, my heart breaks for every parent who has lost a son or daughter to addiction. 100,000 Americans a year are now killed from drug overdoses, largely from fentanyl pouring across our southern border. Yet the Biden administration refuses to secure the border and save American lives. And after years of Democrat attacks on law enforcement and calls to defund the police, violent criminals roam free, while law-abiding families live in fear. Beyond our border, from Afghanistan to Ukraine, from North Korea to Iran, President Biden's weakness puts our nation and the world at risk. And the president's refusal to stand up to China, our most formidable adversary, is dangerous and unacceptable. President Biden is unwilling to defend our border, defend our skies, and defend our people. He is simply unfit to serve as commander-in-chief. And while you reap the consequences of their failures, the Biden administration seems more interested in woke fantasies than the hard reality Americans face every day. Most Americans simply want to live their lives in freedom and peace. But we are under attack in a left-wing culture war we didn't start and never wanted to fight. Every day we are told we must partake in their rituals, salute their flags, and worship their false idols, all while big government colludes with big tech to strip away the most American thing there is, your freedom of speech. That's not normal. It's crazy, and it's wrong. Make no mistake, Republicans will not surrender this fight. We will lead with courage and do what's right, not what's politically correct or convenient. Republicans believe in an America where strong families thrive in safe communities, where jobs are abundant and paychecks are rising, where the freedom our veterans shed their blood to defend is the birthright of every man, woman, and child. These are the principles Republican governors are fighting for, and in Washington, under the leadership of Senate Republicans and Speaker Kevin McCarthy, we will hold the Biden administration accountable. Down the street from where I sit is my alma mater, Little Rock Central High. As a student there, I will never forget watching my dad, Governor Mike Huckabee, and President Bill Clinton hold the doors open to the Little Rock Nine. Doors that 40 years earlier had been closed to them because they were Black. Today, those children once barred from the schoolhouse are now heroes memorialized in bronze at our State House. I'm proud of the progress our country has made, and I believe giving every child access to a quality education, regardless of their race or income, is the civil rights issue of our day. Tomorrow, I will unveil an education package that will be the most far-reaching, bold, conservative education reform in the country. My plan empowers parents with real choices, improves literacy and career readiness, and helps put a good teacher in every classroom by increasing their starting salary from one of the lowest to one of the highest in the nation. Here in Arkansas and across America, Republicans are working to end the policy of trapping kids in failing schools and sentencing them to a lifetime of poverty. We will educate, not indoctrinate our kids, and put students on a path to success. It's time for a new generation to lead. This is our moment. This is our opportunity. A new generation born in the waning decades of the last century, shaped by economic booms and stock market busts, forged by the triumph of the Cold War and the tragedy of 9/11. A generation brimming with passion and new ideas to solve age-old problems. A generation moored to our deepest values and oldest traditions, yet unafraid to challenge the present order and find a better way forward. If we seize this moment together, America can once again be the land of the free and the home of the brave. During my 2.5 years at the White House, I traveled on every foreign trip with the president. A trip I will never forget was on December 25th of 2018. My husband Brian and I had just cleaned up wrapping paper that was shoved into every corner of our house, thanks to our 3 kids. When I had to walk out on my own family's Christmas, unable to tell them where I was going that night, because the place I'd be traveling was so dangerous, they didn't want anybody to know that the president was going to be on the ground, even for a few hours. We boarded Air Force One in complete and total darkness. There were no lights on the plane, no lights on the runway. Our phones and computers shut down and turned in. We were going completely off the grid. Nearly 12 hours later, in the pitch black of night, we landed in the war-torn part of Western Iraq. It was again a similar scene. No lights on the plane, no lights on the runway. The only thing you could see was coming from about a mile away in a dining hall where hundreds of troops who were in the fight against ISIS had gathered expecting to celebrate Christmas with senior military leadership from around the region. They had absolutely no idea that the president and first lady were about to walk into that room. And when they did, it was a sight and a scene and a sound I hope I never forget. The room erupted. Men and women from every race, religion, and region, every political party, every demographic you can imagine, started chanting in perfect unison over and over and over again, USA, USA, USA. It was an absolutely perfect picture of what makes our country great. One of the young soldiers yelled from the back, "Mr. President, I re-enlisted in the military because of you." And the president said, "And son, I'm here because of you." Shortly after, that young soldier came up to me. He said, "Sarah, You have a tough job. I told him what I do is nothing. You take bombs and bullets. That's a tough job. And in a moment that I know I'll cherish for the rest of my life, that soldier reached up and he pulled the Brave Rifles patch he wore on his shoulder, and he placed it into my hand, a sign of ultimate respect. And he said, Sarah, we are in this together. Overwhelmed with emotion and speechless, I just hugged him with tears in my eyes and a grateful heart for our heroes who keep us free. That young man and everyone who has served before him, all of those who serve alongside him, and the thousands we know who will be called upon to serve after him, deserve to know they have a country and a community back home doing our part in the fight for freedom. America is great because we are free. But today, our freedom is under attack, and the America we love is in danger. President Biden and the Democrats have failed you, and it's time for a change. A new generation of Republican leaders are stepping up, not to be caretakers of the status quo, but to be change makers for the American people. We know not what the future holds, but we know who holds the future in his hands. And with God as our witness, we will show the world that America is still the place where freedom reigns and liberty will never die. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
Now let's compare the speeches.
There's no comparison.
Right. Yep.
That's a true American, and that's how Americans speak to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Diamond, I'm so glad we ended on that note.
There we go.
Because my brain cells were mush after listening to that potato.
Oh, you can barely stomach it, really. What a laughing stock he is, really.
So embarrassing to our country. And she's right. We do need new blood.
Yeah.
Young blood. And I hope she did. She nailed it, didn't she, Barb?
Yep.
It was awesome. I was crying, actually.
Yeah. Tennessee Ridge Runner says home run for Sarah. Yep.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to head to bed, Miss Nikki.
Yes, I am too. I have to be
All
up
right.
very early in the morning. Diamond, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for your great sound effects you had. And
Thank you for having me.
you're welcome. I hope you get a good night's sleep. And Chad,
will.
thank you so much for coming tonight, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was hard to listen to Moron, but I hope Diamond and I made it fun for you. All right. Good night. God bless everybody.
Good night, everybody.